Start problem 9.23. A kid at the junior high cafeteria wants to propel an empty milk carton along a lunch table by hitting it with a 3-gram spitball. If he wants the speed of the 20-gram carton just after the spitball hits to be 0.3 meters per second, at what speed should a spitball hit the carton? Alright, so the first thing to do, like always, just to draw a picture. So we have a spitball that is 3.0 grams. And we want to know V sub I sub S. We want to know what speed he has to shoot that at. And then we have a milk carton. So that's my milk carton. And this is 20 grams. And V sub I sub M, initial velocity of the milk carton, is going to be 0. Okay, so that's the first part. Then the second part, we're going to have the milk carton and the spitball, right? Because we're going to have a spitball sticking to the milk carton. And so the mass of this whole thing is going to be the mass of the milk carton plus the mass of the spitball. So this whole thing is going to be the M sub S, mass of spitball, plus the mass of the milk carton. Call it M sub M. And then we want it to have a velocity, so we'll call it V sub F. It's the final velocity. And we want this velocity to be 0.30 meters per second. Okay, so again, this is going to be a conservation momentum problem, right? We need the initial momentum, to be equal to the final momentum. And so to calculate the total momentum, the first part is just going to be mass of the spitball times the velocity, initial velocity of the spitball, plus the mass of the milk carton times the initial velocity of the milk carton. But again, this velocity of the milk carton is at rest, so this is going to be 0, right? And so in the second half, we have the mass of the spitball plus the mass of the milk carton, right, because they're connected, and then times the velocity of this. And we're told that we want it to move at 0.30 meters per second. So times VF. Okay, so we're just trying to solve for V sub I sub S, and so we just got to rearrange this equation to solve for that. So I'm just going to divide both sides by M sub S. So V sub I sub S is going to be equal to M sub S plus M sub M times the final velocity over the mass of the spitball. And so filling in numbers here, the mass of the spitball is going to be 3 grams. The mass of the milk carton is going to be 20 grams. The final velocities be 0.3 meters per second over the mass of the spitball, which is going to be 3 grams. And so when you plug this into your calculator, this comes out to you 2.3 meters per second. And that's problem 9.23.